right, Political Buzz, your rapid fire look at the best political topics of the day. 3 questions, 30 seconds on the clock. And playing today, CNN contributor Maria Cardona, SiriusXM political talk show host and comedian Pete Dominic, and Sherry Jacobus, Republican strategist and columnist for The Hill. All right, guys, first question. Gingrich riding pretty high in the polls. We've been talking about that this morning. He's earned an endorsement now from New Hampshire union leader. So how much does that endorsement and all this momentum really matter right now? Sherry?
I think it matters. He's earned this endorsement, and it's coming at just the right time for him to be able to take full advantage of it. I imagine it's going to help his fundraising a great deal, and this is in Mitt Romney's backyard. So this is an important endorsement, and he has every reason to be very enthusiastic and very happy about it.
Maria, what's your take?
I think it all depends on both what Gingrich does moving forward and how hard he goes after Mitt Romney in terms of his lack of conservative credentials, and frankly on the Manchester union leader itself. 4 years ago, they pummeled Romney, and it was a big reason for his undoing in New Hampshire. If they do the same, and it looks very much like they will, because this is a paper that just does not like Romney one bit, then it might very well hurt Romney going into New Hampshire, which could hurt him going into the rest of the nomination process.
Pete?
Well, Kara, let's give Newt credit. I was one of those talking heads who wrote him off months ago. I still have my bet with you that if he's there in August, I'll give your charity $500. I don't think he will be, but let's give him credit. He's bounced back. He's bounced back because solely how well he's done in the debates. But the latest Granite State poll says he's still 27 points behind Mitt Romney, who's planting the flag in that state and was practically the governor of New Hampshire when he was the governor of Massachusetts. Everybody knows him there, so I think Mitt Romney's going to still take it in New Hampshire. But this newspaper is not known for endorsing people that they think can win, as opposed to think who should win, which I like that.
Gotcha. All right. Herman Cain's poll numbers are slipping. Here's what he told our Candy Crowley.
What do you think has gone wrong in the past month or so?
Well, obviously, false accusations and confusion about some of my positions has contributed to it. And, you know, that was to be expected.
All right, guys, so can Cain stage a comeback? Maria?
It's going to be really difficult for him to come back from this, Kara, because he's got 2 things going in against him. Very serious sexual allegations that he has done an atrocious job of responding to credibly and effectively. And his flubs on public policy positions and Republican positions. For example, he didn't know that China had been a nuclear power for 40 years. His joke about the electrified fence. The fact that he said he would negotiate with Al-Qaeda and then retracting it. His position on abortion, which makes him sound like a bona fide Democrat. He basically has put around him a putrid aura of unelectability, and I don't think he's going to be able to come back from that.
Ooh, a putrid aura. Sherry, what's your take?
Look, I think that he just didn't handle the allegations well, whether they are true or false, the sexual harassment allegations. He didn't handle it well, and people need to have confidence that a president is going to be able to turn on a dime and handle a crisis situation, so that hurt him. However, I think overall, the Republican primary process so far is allowing the candidates to reach their own high water mark. It's not really a case where other candidates can tear them down and affect them. They each are pretty much on their own. Herman Cain reached his high water mark, so he's responsible for the decline in his numbers. He's responsible if there is confusion about his positions. It's up to him to clarify.
Pete, time for you to define the aura.
I can't do that. That's Maria's job. But I think she just laid out not only the Democratic case, but the Republican case against Herman Cain. Herman Cain said these false accusations and confusion surrounding his positions. He's confused about his own positions. The guy is just not intellectually curious, certainly about foreign policy. You saw the excellent debate here on CNN that CNN produced. The guy, when talking about Iran, talked about how many mountains they have. He's not looking things up. He doesn't seem to care about knowing what he's talking about. And the American people, they sense that.
All right, buzzer beater now, 20 seconds each on this one. Final question. One of Mitt Romney's most recognizable features, his hair. And of course, leave it to the New York Times to track down his stylist, who says that he's tried to tell Romney to go more natural, but, quote, he wants a look that is very controlled. The hair goes with the man, end quote. So What do you think? Is it time for Mitt Romney to let down his hair? And Pete, I don't know if you can answer this question because you don't know anything about it.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Sherry, why don't you start? Your hair is beautiful today.
Oh, well, thank you. I think Mitt Romney looks fine. He's being himself. He's authentic. Look, changing the hair didn't make Hillary Clinton president. Changing the clothes and all those earth tones didn't make Al Gore president. Putting on a army cap or whatever helmet in the tank didn't make Michael Dukakis president. I think that Mitt Romney is fine. He shouldn't change a thing. This is who the guy is. It's authentic.
Maria?
No, he should not change his hair. His hair is the only core conviction that Mitt Romney has left. He wouldn't know what to do without it. And I think that people, he himself wouldn't know what to do if he let his hair down, and people wouldn't know who he is. They don't know who he is now. And besides, I heard that he was against the Dapper Dan pomade before he was for it.
I think it's Dapper Dan, isn't that? Now we're going way back. Pete, help us out.
Well, I never know how much people care about what I'm saying, Kira, but I certainly can't imagine they care what I think about Mitt Romney's choice in hairstyles. What with this? I'd like to see a bald Mitt Romney or a bald presidential candidate, but right now, Mitt Romney, I would advise him. He's going with this Grandpa Munster, Paulie Walnuts from The Sopranos look. The American people do not trust male politicians that do not have gray hair. I think you need to go fully gray.
And I was trying to look up Dapper Dan for the oh, there it is. I'm finding the image right now. I'll make sure that I bring that up next time. And he does look a little like Mitt Romney, I have to say.
Exactly.
Thanks, guys. All right, I'll see you again next time.